There are 3 ways to get a smokin' deal on a new construction home depending on the phase. Build from scratch, quick move-in, or what we call a bust, which is the best. So first up, let's talk about building from scratch. Now listen, when you build from ground up, you really are paying a premium. This is the least likely to get a good deal, but there is one way in which you can do it. My first home purchase, which was a long time ago, I accidentally got a smokin' deal, and it was a build from scratch home. A few years later, I became a sales counselor for a large production builder, and this strategy was confirmed. By the way, I'm now a realtor in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and I help people buy homes and sell homes in this area. And if you call me directly or fill out the questionnaire in the link below and mention this video, I have a $1,500 buyer rebate just for watching this video on any new construction home. I am personally open for a limited time, so maybe fill out the link and schedule a Zoom consultation sooner rather than later. But let's get back to how I accidentally got instant equity in my first home. When you build a home from scratch, you typically choose the lot, floor plan colors, and etc. Now there are some limitations. Typically on a build job, you cannot negotiate anything below the base price of the home, and you really are stuck with whatever special or incentive they have going on at the time. Now watch my other video on new home gimmicks on some insight into those tricks. You can, however, get some possible other incentives like free blinds, appliance packages, showroom offers. Right now I'm seeing a lot of money toward your upgrades, so you can see $10, $20, $40, $50,000 in incentives, free upgrades into the home. Now how we accidentally got a really good deal is because this was our first home, all we did at the design center is we took the incentives and only put an additional $500 in upgrades, back then it was for a fireplace, to our home. After closing, we did our own upgrades and had instant equity because all our neighbors spent so much money at the showroom. So really the only way to get a smokin' deal on a build job is to not put any additional money into the home at the showroom. Just put as minimal as possible. Put your money towards structural options and don't put it towards ceiling fans or backsplash or anything like that. You can do that afterwards at a much cheaper price. Now let's talk about getting a hot deal on new construction with quick move-ins. Now with quick move-ins, there's 3 different ways at which you can get a good deal on a new home. The last one is the ultimate best. First up is most builders are large production builders, which also means they are probably publicly traded and have shareholders they have to report to, and every sale helps. So knowing when their fiscal year ends is the secret to timing of getting a great deal. Most builders' fiscal year ends in December, so generally speaking, the best time to get a smokin' deal is November and December of every single year. That also goes with resale homes as well. You will get the best deal if you contract in December on resale. But for builders, it's whenever their fiscal year ends. Now, there are a few builders that maybe their fiscal year ends in June, July, a different month. You just want to know that because that's when they are the most motivated to give you a deal. The second one we again did ourselves, and we contracted the week that everything shut down right before the 2020 boom. What you have to know is I do have like an inside scoop. We have, because of this lovely YouTube channel, and we have buyers that are reaching out, we kind of have a gauge on where the market is as far as buyers and how many are in the pipeline. So we knew during that, there's like a 2-week shutdown period in Texas, we knew that I had pent-up demand for people wanting to buy here, and it just prolonged it. But in that moment, the builders were terrified. They were scared. We went in to shop new homes, and they were like giving away the farm. We put in an offer below their asking price, and on top of that asked for wood floors all throughout the bottom floor. They never do that. By the way, builders do not just put in wood floors wherever there's carpet when a home has been completed. They were just motivated. They were afraid that they would end up sitting on these inventory homes because there was a shutdown. And of course, we didn't know how long the shutdown was gonna last. I just talked to my husband and I was like, everyone's afraid. We have pent-up demand, and I think it's time to buy a home. And thank the Lord we did. because we got a smoking hot deal, and then just a couple of weeks later that everyone just skyrocketed, okay? So I know that was an isolated case, but this also applies to high interest rates. Basically, when everyone else is pushing the pause button is the best time to get a smoking deal on a home. And y'all, a down market is not gonna last forever. So you can always refinance to get a lower interest rate, but you cannot ever get a new purchase price. So the second way to get a good deal on inventory is by timing it with a bad market or when the builders are scared. And this third way, which is the best way, you have to be watching out for this, but if you find this, you can find a smoking hot deal on a new construction home. When I worked for the builder, there was a quick move-in home that had ugly countertops and an ugly backsplash. Why? Because this home is what we call a bust. Someone built a home and chose colors they wanted, but no one else liked, and then their financing fell through and they couldn't close on the home. That's what we call a bust. No one wanted that home. It had a great floor plan, a great lot, but very few buyers can see past the ugly colors, and so no one was buying it. We also see this in resale homes, but we say about 80% of buyers can't see past something ugly, right? Which is why we stage and make it pretty and update to sell it. When we showed buyers this home, this ugly countertop home, we always said, hey, we can change out the countertops, we can change the backsplash for you, but we still couldn't sell it. So they ended up giving away the farm on this home. So if you can see past a really ugly color in the kitchen countertops, maybe it's the cabinets or backsplash, then congratulations, you can probably get yourself a really good deal. You want to fish for information from the sales counselor wondering if this is a bust, because a bust is different than a quick move-in inventory home in that they want to get rid of this home as soon as possible, especially if it has ugly colors. So whether you change those countertops after you close or have the builder do it, that's a really good deal. Want to know some gimmicks of new home sales? Watch this video.